one of those games was as underwhelming as it could get. Like, I mean, like, Big Brock, what was that? Like, I hope your UCL gets better. Obviously, that's a ligament in your elbow. But yeah, that's kind of what happened there. And obviously, the Chiefs, pretty good. Yeah, here we go. 2023 NFL Conference Championship Sunday recap.
A hook and lateral in the first quarter.
Operator, please put 656 on the game clock, please. 656. Thank you.
Well, that's obviously a huge.
It's the 49ers and the Eagles one game away from the Super Bowl. Welcome to the NFC Championship, only on Fox.
They need three. Hurts runs out of the pocket, looking for a deep. Devontae Smith, one-hander. It's the end. Sanders walks in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Across the entire league.
On a fake pressure coming. Purdy, Dak floating in the air. Is it picked? No, hit the ground. Johnson, pressure. Reddick buries him. Oh. 3rd and 9 here. Hurts is protected, going deep. A.J. Brown overthrown. He had him too. Here is McCaffrey, right side, breaks a tackle. Good shifty move. Gets that. Still going. McCaffrey's going to score.
Recent weeks, they do have some counters off of it, but this looks like sneak.
It is sneak, and Hurts surges forward.
You can see why.
2nd down and 5. Sanders gets it left side. Big room and a touchdown for Sanders. His 2nd. Ball is bobbled and it's on the ground and loose. Who's going to get it? Hurts going to give it to Scott. Racing around the edge. Scott is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Another design run and breaks a tackle. Hurts still on his feet. 1st down and more. 1st and goal. Eagles and a late flag
For this Eagles offense.
Gonna sneak it again. Hurts looking for a push from behind. He is waiting for a signal in. Touchdown, Eagles. 4th and 2. Samuel is buried. Fletcher Cox. Maddox. Eagles take over. Kick is up and it is good.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. We have the 2023 NFL Conference Championship Sunday recap. Obviously, there were 2 games, NFC and AFC Championship. Neither of the games were very they weren't well played. I'll just say that. I'm gonna be completely honest there. Neither of them were well played, but one of them at least was entertaining. Obviously, the one you see right on the screen was not one of them. Obviously, the Eagles came in and they blew out the 49ers. There's really nothing else to say there. They won 31-7. It was kind of ridiculous at the end. The 49ers didn't have a quarterback who at least could throw at least. Like, Josh Johnson came in for Brock Purdy. Of course, you saw that injury. You saw the injury. Basically, he's when Hassan Reddick, the linebacker, the guy who hit him, hit his elbow when it was back. It basically strained the UCL, which is a ligament. Obviously can't see it, but there's a ligament in your elbow. He basically strained that, and once he hit the ball, popped it up, it basically strained it even more to the point where he probably can't throw the ball more than 5 yards. So yeah, that's why he was 23 yards. But yeah, Josh Johnson, honestly, kind of expected him to suck when he came in. I guess he made some throws. I don't really know what else to say there. I mean, CFC was kind of the only guy in their offense who did much. I mean, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel were making plays, I guess. They didn't really have a chance to win this game at all. Just the fact they had their 4th-string quarterback in, which is CMC. Defensively, Diamador Lenore did not have one of his best games. He got beat like 5 times, but I will say he was not terrible. He made the tackles. Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner, they were so indecisive. They're you watch them on film, there were times, oh my God, tackle for loss. Just hit that gap. Screw Jalen Hurts. They weren't able to do that. Of course, Eric Armstead was really the only guy making any plays, 5 tackles and a sack. Nick Bosa had his worst game of the year. Defensively, they really had a letdown game, and they had to have been elite to beat the Seagulls, and they were not. Robbie Gould not getting a chance to kick, I guess, is a little disappointing. Obviously, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, honestly, didn't really have that good of a game. He didn't run the ball really well. I mean, he did have a nice touchdown on the QB sneak, but the rushing game wasn't even that impressive. Like, offensively, it wasn't a great performance at all. Like, Jalen Hurts missed a lot of throws, a lot of deep throws as well. He did hit his underneath ones, didn't make any terrible mistakes, but again, it wasn't really anything special. He definitely didn't play well. I wouldn't say he plays to the point where he played poor because he didn't make any huge mistakes, but he missed some throws for sure. They didn't run the ball super duper well in terms of like statistically, but they had a lot of huge holes. Their offensive line was by far the best part of this game, to say the least. But yeah, they got a lot of good field position as well. Devontae Smith was their leading receiver, of course, with that one catch, but that wasn't really a catch, but whatever. AJ Brown, I guess, was okay. He was 4 for 28. I mean, neither of these offenses were really good at all. But Kaiser White did have 4 tackles. He was pretty good. T.J. Edwards, James Bradbury, I mean, were both decent. I think Hassan Reddick was probably the best player in this game. 2 sacks, 3 tackles, and a fumble. A forced fumble. Really good. Javon Hargrave also had a sack. They had 3 total sacks as a defense. They were gashing, and I mean gashing that offensive line of the 49ers. That was a really good performance. And obviously, Jake Elliott hit his field goal. Stats-wise, again, neither offense did really anything at all. I mean, the fact that they had 140 rushing yards, yeah, might look decent, but they really didn't do a lot. They had the ball a lot longer, though. I will say that's the one good thing this offense did. 37 minutes possession. As well, they only gave 1 sack, which is, again, pretty good. But they had 70 total plays, which is, again, really, really good. 25 first downs, third down efficiency. They were okay, I guess. No, not really, but whatever. The Eagles just simply offensively didn't stink up the joint, and defensively they did what they were supposed to. They took advantage of a team having their freaking 4th-string quarterback. The 49ers didn't have a chance to win this one. I'm still happy they lost because, again, I'm a Rams fan, but getting all biases out of the way, the Eagles basically took care of business. And, I mean, whatever I said for this 49ers offense, they didn't really have a chance of doing. I mean, they ran the ball well, yeah. They did have a lot of long-yard situations. It wasn't good. Debo was not decisive on runs. He got stuffed a couple times, though. And it wasn't really, I don't think the play calling was good at all. And obviously, George Kittle did have a lot of good blocks. Juwan Jennings, I don't know what the heck there was. They didn't even really get in the red zone. I don't think they had a chance offensively, but they didn't do any favors. They get 3 minuses. Obviously, they had a lot of turnovers as well. 49ers did not show up at all. For this defense, though, Dre Greenlaw, 5+ flat zones to prevent the running back streak. That really wasn't part of the game. It was really just the fact the read option was. Nick Bosa stunk it up. There's really nothing else to say there. And Diamador Lenore got beat a lot. He was lucky bad things didn't happen. But defensively, they were even worse. They let down. I mean, yeah, I get they were on the field like for 38 minutes. That didn't help at all, but they had to have been better than they were, and that's really one of the reasons they lost. And that's really all I got for you guys for the 49ers. Now let's get over to the Eagles. And for this Eagles offense, I wanted to see Jalen Hurts 7+ rushing attempts. He got that. Louis Bakker-Jack stole. He was good in the blocking game. And yes, Blaine Johnson was amazing. Very, very good game. I mean, it was mostly Nick Bosa stinking it up, but again, Blaine Johnson played really well. AJ Brown got some good passes thrown to him. I like what I saw there. Offensively, again, they just really didn't suck. I'll still give them 2 pluses though, because again, 31 points is 31 points. They didn't play well. I don't think again they didn't do much at all. If they play like this against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, yeah, I know they will. But yeah, this would be huge for them. If they can just play a little better. The Eagles even saw 120 minutes possession. Yup, under 60 plays. Well, yup, no CMC explosive runs through the night. They really sucked against CMC. I'm not surprised though, because the worst part of this team is T.J. Edwards. I'm sorry, he's just not he's just not an athletic player. And again, he does make some big mistakes. When he does, he can't really make up for it. I don't think I like him a lot. He's a smart guy, but just not athletic enough. And obviously, they do still have Hassan. They really just have 2 linebackers, of course, Kaiser White as well. Because again, Hassan Reddick is basically just an edge rusher. Darius Slay on Debo, yeah, they were pretty good there. James Bradbury on Brandon Ayuk, I don't think he did anything. James Bradbury really didn't have to do anything in this one. And Kittle from getting off the line can guard him. I mean, Kittle didn't really have to didn't do a lot either. Defensively, again, they just took advantage of what they were supposed to. The Eagles didn't actually have to play a great game. They really didn't, but they took advantage of of what they got, and obviously their defensive line was amazing. That's all I got you guys for the Eagles, guys. That's all I got for the NFC Championship recap. Time for the AFC Championship. Here are the highlights.
Is 1 game from back-to-back Super Bowls. While Patrick Mahomes is trying to take the Chiefs back to the promised land. Some say it's just a child's game.
3rd and 5. See how much Mahomes can move. He's got time just to throw it to the end zone. And is it caught? Tony!
You got to check the ball down, get the ball out of your hands quickly. He did that last week in the second half. Currently here today.
So Butker knocks it through. A second field goal. And Cincinnati is on the board. This will go last week. 1st and 10. Now looking long. Down the field it goes. And it's right back to Valdez-Scantling and a completion. Is it there? It's a caught. Travis Kelce with the touchdown. 4th and 1. Burrow up top, and he is intercepted by Watson. And on the other side, they get after Burrow. He has to throw it on the run, and it's knocked out of the hands and intercepted off the deflection. But and that kick is good. Able to expose him. Catch. Leaping into the air, pulling it down. Pocket on the run to the end zone. It's caught on his back. Valdez-Scantling.
Hell, what the hell you think?
They're going to go for it here. Kansas City, be smart. If they do, this is aggressive.
This is aggressive. This is what you called it. Here's the pass down the field, and look at the catch.
That more often wins this game. Both these teams are going to move the ball.
Higgins moving to the left side. They go up the middle with P-Ron, the big body. Plowing ahead for the touchdown. Pocket sealed for a while. Down the field to Higgins. Oh, and it's tapped away and intercepted.
There's that, but you still got a chance to clock it. Take your time and take the shot down.
Here's Mahomes rolling out on 3rd and 4. He's going to go for the he's got the marker. He's got the out of bounds.
As he's getting hit, this is a late hit out of bounds on the play.
Here's Butker.
For 45 yards. Yes! All the way. It's good.
Kansas City last night, the Chiefs pulled it out 23-20. It was not pretty. It was a really gritty game, as they said on the CBS postgame. But yeah, I would agree this game was not good. It was okay, I guess, but it was not a pretty game whatsoever at any level. Neither of these teams played their best games. But again, the Chiefs came out, they pulled out, and they won this one. It was not a good game again. But again, both teams played again, they didn't play very well, but it was like really tough game. But yeah, Chiefs came out and won. Joe Burrow, shut the heck up. That was, he wasn't bad. He made a lot of really tough throws, really good ball placement. But I think, like, the fact that he put too much touch on some balls and way too much heat on some balls, I said that wrong, I get that. But his touch was off. But yeah, Joe Burrow, 26 of 41, 270 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Both picks, one of them was honestly not even that bad of a throw. The other one, that was just god-awful. Like, Jesus, you don't put that much touch on that type of pass. But yeah, he did throw 270 yards. Didn't really make a difference. Like, he got sacked like 12 times. Joe Burrow was their leading rusher. Joe Mixon sucked. He didn't hit one hole, I don't think, the whole game. He was really ignorant trying to bounce runs either outside or cutbacks. Couple of I knew what he was trying to do. It actually kind of worked, but again, he just sucked. And that's kind of the reason this offense sputtered, you could say. Jamar Chase honestly really bailed him out. T. Higgins, of course, had that great touchdown. But that was really all his best play of the game. He was good overall, though. Tyler Boyd, 2 catches is not good enough for him. And obviously, Hayden Hurst was a pretty good underneath guy. But offensively, it was a mixed bag. The running game was atrocious, though. Von Bell, Logan Wilson, they really were the guys making any big tackles. I'll just say that. But Eli Apple, of course, the really bad holding call. Other than that, though, I actually don't think we even played that bad of a game. They were against special team wide receivers. But Cam Sample, Joseph Osai, obviously the Joseph Osai play, I really hope he can recover from that again. Kind of like the Ryan Tannehill thing. I think he will be able to, though. Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson did not play his best game, but they got freaking 4 pass rushers. It's pretty ridiculous. Jermaine Pratt didn't do much. Jesse Bates, God, you got to get a pick on that. A couple of those throws. I'm like, Jesus. Khaled Dominus stunk it up, though. He was, like, really, really bad. But, defensively, it was, again, kind of a mixed bag, but they did stop the run. And looking at the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns. Really nothing deep, just a lot of underneath, quick, good throws. 43 attempts, obviously, on 29 completions. The running game was crap. There's really nothing else to say there. It sucked, yeah. MVS, 6 for 116 and a touchdown. He was by far their most explosive player. Travis Kelce was also 7 for 78 touchdown. Very productive game. Isaac Pacheco was, I guess, he did his job. He had, like, over 100 yards. Pretty good game for him. Obviously, not very efficient in the run game, but probably should have a touchdown. And, yeah, Jerick McKinnon, he took his lickings. I'll just say that. Defensively, Justin Reed had 7 tackles. He was really playing a lot of just straight up in the box, like more of linebacker than actual safety. Trent McDuffie, 6 tackles. Jalen Watson, 4 tackles, interception. Joshua Williams, 3 tackles and interception. Frank Clark had 1.5 sacks. Chris Jones had 2 sacks. Fun fact, first playoff career sack. They got a lot of pressure. That's kind of all they did, though. I mean, the run game kind of just fell in their laps, to be honest with you. The runs they were calling were really bad on the Bengals side. Harrison Butker did 3 field goals, though, and obviously stats-wise, both these teams had pretty good, fair amount of yards. Chiefs had almost 50 more, though. 2-to-1 turnover ratio, pretty big difference. 5-to-3 sack ratio, huge difference. Both these defensive lines were good in pass rush. Pretty good. I mean, they dominated. You could say that. Third down was pretty good by both these teams, though. Obviously, with really good quarterbacks. But yeah, again, came down to the last play of the game, really. The Bengals did not give their defense any favors, though. Chiefs, though, they pull out. They're going to Super Bowl 57. Time for the keys to the game grid for both these teams. In this Bengals offense, you got to score 20-plus points. They didn't even get close to that in the second half. Really big difference there. Joe Mixon was just god-awful. I just like to see what Jamar Chase did have a good game. Obviously, they probably should have gave it to him in the red zone, but whatever. Cutback runs to the left B gap on 3rd and short. They did. That was actually a couple of their decent runs. Kalen Saunders was not good, so I guess that worked out. And 0-0 pressures on 3rd and long. Yeah, they gave up a lot of 3rd down pressures. Offensively, they failed to really get that offensive line going. I know that kind of sounds weird, but yeah, their offensive line did not have any rhythm whatsoever in that game. Whether it was a hard count or something, it just didn't add up. Bengals defense, it's okay to beat them. To get beat in the middle of the field. They did, and I guess it kind of worked, but nothing to the sideline. Patrick Mahomes, a lot of throws were to the sideline. Again, no big plays. Patrick did move around a lot. He actually was able to handle it somewhat, and DJ Reader was really good. He did get some pressure. Sam Hubbard did not get 2 sacks or pressures or T-Vels. No, he actually got 2 sacks. Maybe? I don't even remember. Eli Apple will have to step up. On one point, he did. Didn't really look like what happened, but yeah. The Bengals defense, I mean, they weren't terrible. Honestly, I'll probably give them I'll give them 2 minuses, like in that last play, but they really did step up when they needed to. They took advantage of Patrick Mahomes. They really weren't that bad. The Bengals didn't even play that bad of a game. They just didn't really make a ton of huge plays. Like, consistency. That was their problem in this one. And for the Chiefs offense, quick throws, absolutely quick. Kadarius Toney did not get 10 plus touches, though. Isaac Pacheco did get 15 plus touches. Travis Kelce did get, nothing big, but yeah, they didn't score 30 plus, but again, they really didn't make many mistakes. I'll actually give them 2 pluses. They came through. Offensively, I like what I saw. Defensively now, make Joe throw underneath, absolutely. Tyler Boyd covered by Juan Thornhill on 1 high. He actually got burned a couple times, Juan Thornhill, but obviously only one of them really connected. And, of course, Justin Reed did force a turnover and 4 plus sacks. I mean, guess so. They got like 5 or 6. They were good there. And, of course, Chris Jones did beat a couple of double teams to get those sacks. I love what I saw with his Chiefs stunts. They were in so many. A little risky. Probably don't want to do it against Philadelphia. But, yeah, I'll give them 4 pluses. And, obviously, Super Bowl 57, Chiefs, Eagles. That'll be a good one. See you in the next one, guys. Of course, the prediction is coming out tomorrow.
Balloon toss. We get points for this. Your throwing mechanics are terrible. You look like some kind of running back.
I am a running back.
Let me show you what you're doing wrong. Water balloon me.